Hello everyone, welcome to economics. My name is Yuna Chen. I graduated from Florida International University with my PhD in economics. I hope you like the journey of economics. This is chapter 1, Introduction. Let's go. In this chapter, you will learn about what is economics, what are resources, the 3 basic economic questions, what are the economic systems, what's the difference between macroeconomics and microeconomics, the economic method of study, and positive versus normative economics. So before we start, I have this question for you. If you were not watching this video right now, what would you do at this time? Are you going to work or sleep or playing some games or watching TV? No matter what your answer is, do you realize that because you are watching this video right now, you can't do any of these choices, alternative choices, like work, sleep, playing games, and watching TV. So, because you have chosen to watch this video, you cannot do any of the above. So, watching this video is your choice. You choose to watch this video instead of going to work or going to sleep. So why do we have to make these choices? Can we just do it at the same time? Well, the answer is no. How come? Why not? Well, our answer is because time is limited. If you think about it, at this moment in time, once you spend this period of time to watch the video, and that is it, you cannot go back to use this same time again. This period of time appear in your lifetime just once. Once it's passed, it's passed. So that's why we say this is because the time that is given to our lifetime is limited. Here comes the second question. If you were given $200 as your birthday gift, what will you do with the money? What do you think? Are you going to spend it all on food? Spend them all on gas? Use them all to pay bills? Or are you going to save all of them? Or invest all of them? Or do a combination of this but within the $200? Well, do you realize that you can do only one of them? If you spend all of them on food, you can't reuse the $200 on gas or pay bills or do something else, right? So this means that we have to make a choice to see how to spend this $200. Okay, so making choice is kind of like a force. It forces us to make a choice. Why? Isn't that good if we can spend $200 on food and then use the same $200 on gas, on paying bills and all that? Well, you know that is impossible. So why? Because the money that we have is limited. There is only $200, right? Isn't that sad? We have to make choices every day. Started from the morning when you get up. What time to get up? 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. That is a choice, right? Sleep more, work more, what kind of job you are going to work. Should you watch the video or should you go eat, what to eat? So we constantly making choices. In general, why do we have to make choices? Because what we have is limited. Recall the time. Because time is limited, you choose to watch the video and you cannot do something else. You choose to spend the $200 this way, you cannot re-spend it in another way. So all because what we have is limited. This leads to the definition of economics. Economics is the study of how to make choices when there is scarcity. So what are scarce? Resources are scarce. In other words, resources are limited. So when we use the resources to do this, we cannot reuse the same resources to do something else. That's why we have to make choices. So, in an economic society, how do people make their living? Turns out, it all starts from resources. People use resources to make goods and services, and then the goods and services is used to satisfy our wants and needs. That is how we make our living. So let's take a look at what are included in resources. Land, labor, and capital are the three major categories of resources. In economics, land refers to natural resources being a part of the natural environment that can be used to make goods and services. So the word land here is all the natural environment that we have. So the original definition of land is part of the earth's surface that is not covered by water, but here is no longer the case. We just use land to say that that is the natural resources. Let's see a few examples. Should the following be classified as land? Ocean. What do you think? Is ocean a part of the environment? Yes. Can we use ocean to make goods and services? Yes. We use it for transportation, isn't it? So yes, ocean now becomes land because it is natural resources. Okay, how about fish in the ocean? Is it also land? Yes, right? Because fish in the ocean is part of the natural environment, and then we can catch the fish and then sell it in the supermarket, turn it into goods and services, right? So yes, fish in the ocean is part of the land. Fish waiting to be sold in a grocery store. Is this one land? So let's think about it. Do you remember we said people use resources to make goods and services and then satisfy their wants and needs? So land is part of the resources, right? Now take a look at this fish. It's been already captured by fishermen and then put it in a grocery store. It is waiting for people to buy it and satisfy their wants and needs. So this fish belongs to goods and services. So that's why it is no longer in the natural environment. So this fish is not classified as land. The cooked fish in a restaurant, is it land? No, it is goods and services, right? So the fish has been already processed. We use the resources to make the goods and services. This cooked fish is already a good or services being served in the restaurant. So it is not the land. Next, let's take a look at what is labor. Labor refers to workers' working hours. If you have a job, during the time that you work, you'll be considered as labor. When you are taking a rest, taking a leisure time, not working, during that time, it's not labor. Those are the leisure time. So let's take a look at this example. When students are attending classes, are they considered as labor in economics? What do you think? It is no. It is not labor. How come? Because you're not working. You're not working for a company. You're not taking any pay. So then, who am I? I am taking a class. I'm studying. Seems like I am working, right? Well, you know what? In fact, you are a investor. Investor? Yes, you are a investor. So what does that mean? Well, when you are studying, you are learning something new. Those are the knowledge that you gain. After you gain more knowledge, the value of your labor increases. You'll be capable to create more value. So that's why we say you are investing in human capital. When you are studying, when you are attending classes, when you are working on your academic degrees. Okay, we'll talk about this in the future, but right now you have been doing a good job. You are a very good investor. Yes. Next, let's see what is capital. Any man-made productive assets, including machinery, equipment, software, and constructions. So remember, it must be man-made, it must be productive assets, it must fall into one of these categories. That will be classified as capital. Let's see a few examples. Road. Is it capital? It is man-made, right? It is productive assets, right? We drive on the road for transportation. So yes. And then which category? Construction, right? Yes. So road is capital. How about classroom? Classroom is man-made. It is productive assets, isn't it? We use the classroom to make educational services. So yes, it's a productive assets. And the building, the classroom building is a construction. Inside the classroom, you'll see all of these equipments, the whiteboard, and the software in the computer. So yes, it is capital. How about software? Yes, it is, right? Okay. How about parking lot? It is also capital, right? Because parking lot outside the supermarket, for example, it is part of the retail services. So it is construction too. How about money? Now money here means the cash that you have in hand, you use it to buy goods and services. Okay, so money is man-made. Yes, the government prints it. But money does not fall into any one of those categories. Money is not machine. Money is not equipment, is not software, is not a construction. So money is not capital. I know that some of you might ask that, well, without money, I cannot buy capital. That is true. However, still money is money. You use money to buy capital, right? Think of this. When you are hungry, you want to buy food. Without money, you cannot buy food. Now, with money, you can buy food. However, money is money, food is food. You eat food, you don't eat money, right? Yes. Okay, I'm going to stop here for this part. I'll see you in part 2.